Lesson 7, Simplifying and Comparing Expressions with Symbols of Inclusion. So first we're going to go over what are symbols of inclusion. We can have parentheses. We can have brackets, braces, a division bar counts. And that's because if you have a numerator or a denominator that is not simplified, the division bar is like parentheses in that it tells you that you need to simplify the numerator first and simplify the denominator before you divide. The absolute value you also treat as symbols of inclusion. So you want to simplify what's inside the absolute value before you finish the rest of the expression. So expressions inside of inclusion are considered a single term. So if you have a statement with addition and subtraction, and part of that statement is in symbol of inclusion, then that would be considered a single term. So here's an example. If you had a plus 3b minus 6 minus c in parentheses plus 2 pi over 7 plus the absolute value of 6 minus 21. Okay, this expression has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 terms. So each of these, the one with the parentheses and one with absolute value, they each count as an individual term. So we're going to do just 3 examples where we need to simplify within symbols of inclusion before we can do the rest of the problem. So here's the first example. We want to go all the way inside the brackets, and then we have to do order of operations within the brackets. So we'll go to the parentheses first. So negative 2 plus 4 is 2. Then we're going to square the 2 and get 4. Then we do the subtraction. 6 minus 4 is 2, and negative 4 plus 2 is negative 2. Here's another example, and this is using a fraction. So 6 times 3 divided by 4 minus 2. So the division bar tells us to simplify the numerator first and the denominator. So we have 18 divided by 2, and then we can divide and get 9. Whoops, I forgot to box these. Okay, one more example. And here's the problem. So we go inside the brackets first. We need to simplify in the parentheses and in the absolute value. So we have 2 squared plus the absolute value of negative 1 plus, and 3 minus 5 is negative 2. Then we're going to simplify the absolute value first, and then we're going to do powers, which is 4. We'll add 4 and 1 and 5, plus negative 2 is 3. You may be wondering why I went from brackets to parentheses. Once you simplify within the parentheses, let's see. We always do in order parentheses, brackets, braces, parentheses, bracket, braces. So once you break down, so we didn't have parentheses anymore, then we can change the brackets to parentheses. And once we don't have parentheses anymore, we just have a number. Same with up here. Once we simplified within the parentheses, we no longer need the brackets. We can put parentheses there. So that's just a little explanation, and that's the end of the lesson.